Thank you so much for joining us for our presentation. I'm Dr. Peggy Sayer. I'm a veterinary cardiologist, and I'm also one of the owners here at CARE. I'm excited to tell you about our hospital, and I'm even more excited to tell you about our fantastic veterinary technician internship program. During today's presentation, I'm going to tell you about both our emergency service and our specialty services. Then we're going to talk about the veterinary technician internship program, and I'm also going to tell you a little bit about living in Charlotte. The best way to introduce you to the hospital and to our staff is to take a virtual tour.
Pets are like people.
They can experience serious health problems that require a higher level of care.
If your pet gets sick with a complex disease
or needs emergency care,
your regular vet may refer you to a veterinary specialist, and that's where we come in.
Welcome to Charlotte Animal Referral Emergency, or CARE. CARE is the equivalent of a human medical center. We're proud of our reputation as the region's leader in advanced veterinary medicine, providing the highest levels of emergency and specialty care.
Our team includes veterinary specialists and emergency vets, highly skilled technicians, and professional support staff. CARE offers board-certified specialty services in 7 areas. Board certification is a distinction only about 15% of veterinary school graduates earn. Our specialists have completed 4 or more extra years of advanced training and have to pass demanding board exams. Some patients come to CARE through the emergency department with urgent, life-threatening illnesses. But most are referred by Charlotte area veterinarians because they have uncommon, complicated, or undiagnosed diseases. Patients are also referred to CARE when they may benefit from advanced 24-hour monitoring. Our internal medicine specialists diagnose and treat diseases of the gastrointestinal, hepatic, renal, and other systems. These diseases can be difficult to diagnose, so we use radiographs, ultrasound, rapid scan CT imaging, and other advanced diagnostic tools. Comprehensive cardiology services at CARE focus on diagnosis and treatment of heart disease. As in human medicine, CARE offers life-saving tests such as echocardiograms and electrocardiograms. Neurology and neurosurgery focus on diseases affecting the brain, spinal cord, and nerves. CARE offers on-site high-field MRI for your pet.
we see everything from herniated discs to epilepsy.
CARE's board-certified surgeons are trained in all aspects of surgery, from soft tissue to orthopedic to neurological procedures.
We also offer minimally invasive surgical techniques such as arthroscopy and laparoscopy. These procedures help minimize postoperative pain and shorten overall hospitalization stays.
Just as in humans, a pet with cancer requires the aid of an oncologist to diagnose and treat their disease. CARE is able to provide surgery, chemotherapy, and other treatments to help your pet fight back against cancer. Animals also suffer from diseases such as corneal ulcers, glaucoma, and cataracts that can threaten vision and cause pain. We use the latest technology to diagnose your pet's problem and then create a plan to resolve pain and improve or restore vision. At CARE, we practice collaborative veterinary medicine. Our teams of specialists work together with your veterinarian to provide you and your pet with the best possible medical expertise, advice, and care.
You can always count on us to explain treatment options carefully and work with you to provide the best possible outcome for your best friend. We'll do everything in our power to ease your pet's anxiety and create a low-stress, comfortable environment.
Our goal is to get your pet back where he or she belongs, with you.
When life throws your pet a curveball, talk to your vet. Then, come see us at CARE.
I started CARE with 2 business partners, Amy Faber and Laura Dvorak, and this is a very cute picture of us here. When we were thinking about what the ideal veterinary clinic would look like for us, we realized that there were 3 things that we wanted to focus on. The first is patient care, and for us that means not good patient care, not great patient care, but exceptional patient care. That has 2 components. The first one is practicing state-of-the-art medicine. The second part that is maybe not as obvious is the patient's emotional support, making sure that we handle them in a stress-free manner and keeping them as comfortable as possible. The second component for us was establishing great client service. And the third thing, and potentially the most important thing, was staff wellness. We realized that if our staff are empowered and feel valued, that they will be our greatest tool for practicing great patient care and client service. Our practice is a 17,000 square foot facility, and so when you think of it, it's more like a human hospital than just a small veterinary clinic. Because we have all of our specialists under one roof, we're able to practice collaborative medicine. It's not uncommon that a patient will come in to see me to get its heart checked out, but while it's here, I realize that it needs to see a neurologist, and I can just go down the hall and the neurologist will also look at the patient and give the client advice about what they need to do. That is very special, and it really adds value to the client so that they're seeing everybody under one roof and they get everything taken care of at once. CARE's mission and vision are very important to us. I feel like these are things sometimes when you see a vision statement or see everyone's mission goals, you think of a big corporation. But what we've realized for us is that knowing our mission and our vision helps everybody work toward the same goals, and we're more efficient and we're more of a team. So when you think about vision, I think maybe the best way to describe it is I say, okay, imagine there's a magical veterinary clinic on an island, and it's surrounded by rainbows and unicorns. The mission tells us how we're going to get from here to there. Well, how are we going to get on an island? We're going to need a boat, and we're going to need oars, and we're all going to need to row in the same direction. And so that's how we use our vision and our mission. Our vision at CARE is to be the Charlotte region's leader in advanced veterinary care. Our mission, how are we going to get there, is to set the standard for veterinary care and service by delivering outstanding specialty and emergency medicine. To remain on the forefront, we will attract and foster accomplished professionals at every level of care, and through our expertise and compassion, we will work as a team with our clients to provide the best quality of life for their pets. And where the veterinary technician program comes in is in the attract and foster accomplished professionals. This program is part of our mission, and it's part of how we succeed in accomplishing our vision. So it's really important to us. Our core values are vital as well. Again, I feel like sometimes core values are something that hang on a wall or one of those inspirational posters that you walk by and roll your eyes. But for us, core values is how we work every day. And these are sort of the rules or the playbook that help us interact with each other and help us know what to expect. The National Park Service has a really great explanation of their core values on their website, and I thought was really fantastic. So the National Park Service says, the core values of an organization are those values we hold which form the foundation on which we perform and conduct ourselves. We have an entire universe of values, but some of them are so primary, so important to us, that throughout the changes in society, government, politics, and technology, they are still the core values that we abide by. In an ever-changing world, core values are constant. Core values are not descriptions of the work we do or the strategies we employ to accomplish our mission. The values underlie our work, how we interact with each other, and which strategies we employ to further our mission. Core values are the basic elements of how we go about our work. They are the practices we use every day in everything we do. And so for us, we really talk about core values a lot. So here are our core values. Excellence. That means that you make sure that you are excellent at your job, you are following through, you are paying attention to details, and you're making sure that you know what your job is. Communication, I feel like this is maybe the most important one. Things we talk about a lot in the communication core value are assuming positive intent, seeking to understand, avoiding unhelpful criticism, making sure that our tone is appropriate. Compassion maybe is an obvious one when you're in a veterinary clinic, but we'll display kindness, patience, and empathy and respect for our clients, our patients, and maybe especially our colleagues. Teamwork, this one maybe sounds a little bit cheesy, but it's how we are going to be collectively successful is when we are all working together. Team players are employees that praise generously and that work to help solve problems for others. They listen and participate in groups and are proactive about getting the task at hand done and making sure that everybody is working together well. Trustworthiness, we stand up for what's right even when no one's looking. Being lifelong learners, again, this plays exactly into our veterinary technician internship program. We want people that are constantly learning, growing, looking for the next thing that can make their job more fun or more valuable for patients. And diversity. It's very important to us that we have a diverse community at CARE and that everyone is respected. When we think about our doctors, we started CARE with just 7 doctors and now we have more than 20. It's been pretty amazing growth. Our emergency and our board certified specialists are supported by highly skilled technicians and assistants and support staff. And everybody, like we said, is under one roof, so it's very easy to collaborate. If something comes into the ER for labored breathing, they can easily talk to the cardiologist and the internist, and that's huge for patient care. CARE veterinarians work very hard to make sure that they're up to date on the latest medical research and latest procedures. And we also work to educate in the community by holding continuing education classes. During the technician internship, our interns rotate through the different services offered at CARE. Cardiology is a service where we do EKGs. We also perform echocardiograms. Pretty soon we're going to start doing interventional procedures like closing PDAs and placing pacemakers. The staff is very excited for us to start that program. The critical care service takes care of the sickest of the sick. These are patients that have, it's very difficult to control their blood pressure. They have severe arrhythmias. They have tubes in their chest and, invasive blood pressure measurement. It is the definition of intensive care. The emergency service treats everything from broken toenails to dogs that have been hit by a car. Our veterinary technician interns really enjoy rotating through this service. They get an enormous amount of hands-on experience. They get to see a lot of different things, and when they give us reviews about their different rotations, everybody really loves being on the emergency service. The internal medicine service treats diseases of the liver and the kidney and the bladder. They do a lot of different things in terms of procedures. They do ultrasounds, endoscopy, fluoroscopy. It's a very busy service. You have an enormous opportunity to learn a lot about different disease processes and also different treatments, and people really enjoy this rotation as well. The neurology and neurosurgery department treats diseases of the brain and spinal cord, so that might be a patient that's having seizures, but it might also be a patient that's been paralyzed because they've had a disc slip in their back. On this rotation, our interns help on the clinical floor, but also will assist with performing MRIs and help in the surgeries as well, and you get to see that dachshund that was paralyzed have surgery and then be walking the next day, and it's pretty miraculous. The oncology service treats patients that have cancer. They do diagnostic tests, so CAT scans and blood work, some really cool stuff, and then they also participate in giving chemotherapies and talking to owners about making sure their pets are having the best quality of life. Cancer is a very scary word, and our technicians do a lot to reassure our clients when their pets have cancer and help them do as well as possible. The ophthalmology service treats diseases of the eye. They do everything from simple things like ear testing and taking eye pressures to very complicated procedures like cataract surgery. And when you rotate through that service, you would learn all about those different things. The surgery service has an enormous breadth of different procedures that they do. They will obviously fix broken legs, but sometimes they do skin grafts and surgeries inside the chest. They do a remarkable number of things, and you get an enormous amount of experience with the anesthesiology when you're on this service, and again, the interns really enjoy it. If I think about what are the things that differentiate CARE from other veterinary clinics, I think our culture is absolutely at the forefront of that. We realize that veterinary medicine can be very stressful and even draining sometimes, and so we try to have different activities that help you fill the bucket up, as they say. And we do those throughout the year, and we have a lot of fun with it. So this is an example. Our wellness team put together a chili cook-off. This is Dr. Wininger, and he won this year. What you can't see is in this room, there's probably 15 different pots of chili going, and everybody tasted the chilies and voted on them, and it was an enormous amount of fun. We also celebrated Pie Day. And we had Spirit Week this year, which was a lot of fun. We had food trucks and prizes and different gifts for the staff. Everybody really enjoyed it. We do volunteer projects. This was a fence building project that we did in partnership with the Humane Society. And we built the fence so that the dog could roam free in their yard and not have to be on a chain. We do team building activities. This was a group that went to an escape room. The goal here is to go with people that you wouldn't normally hang out with and get to know them so that it's more fun when you go to work. We obviously celebrate our holidays, and we have a lot of fun with that. And this is Steven. He is always the champion of our costume competitions. We also celebrate birthdays and just do little things to let you know how much we appreciate you. This was Dr. Broadwater, our ophthalmologist, celebrating Halloween. Steven celebrating Halloween as well. If you were going to come work at CARE, I think one reason would be just to celebrate Vet Tech Week. We have an enormous amount of fun, and we have great presents, and we have a lot of great food. Everybody really enjoys it. We also celebrate CSR Week and let the CSRs know how much we appreciate all they do. That's our first line of client communication and making sure things are going right, and we want to make sure they know how great they are. This year for the CSR week, it was in July, and the Kona Ice Truck came, and everybody enjoyed that. We have different presents. We had the ice cream cart come, and this is actually, I think, one of the really telling things about CARE is these are our technicians, one of whom came in on her day off, and what they were doing was making grilled cheese sandwiches to celebrate the CSRs and make everybody in the hospital lunch, and they were amazing grilled cheese sandwiches. And it's just part of us joining together as a team to celebrate each other and praise each other and make sure that we all feel valued. The swan is our mascot, and the reason is when you watch a swan swimming on a lake, they look graceful and beautiful, but they may be paddling like the Dickens underneath the water, right? And that's what we try to do. Even if we're feeling stressed or things are going crazy, we try to show a graceful and serene outside so that our clients don't feel our stress and we don't have a ripple effect of stress going outwards. So when you're doing a great job, someone rewards you with a little note on our swan board, and that's one of the ways that we celebrate each other. We also do emotional intelligence seminars, which help us learn to communicate better and be more aware of how our actions affect other people. And we have an employee assistance program that is set up that if you needed help with counseling or legal problems, potentially financial problems, this can't necessarily solve all of them, but it's a really nice starting point to sort of guide you in the right direction. It's very important to us to stay ahead of the curve in terms of the medicine that we practice. Part of that is having the best equipment available. We have a fantastic CT scanner. We have multiple ultrasound machines, multiple echo machines. We have the ability to do endoscopy. We've also just added a fluoroscopy machine, which allows us to do cardiac procedures and also place tracheal stents and stuff like that. And then we have our MRI. We have a criticalist on staff, which helps us make sure that we're practicing the absolute state-of-the-art medicine. And then we join that with, as we talked about before, that stress-free handling, trying to make sure that we're dealing with the pet's emotional needs as well as their medical needs. And we're always looking for ways to grow and do better. And this internship program is part of that. I love the meme for this. I think it's very telling. The veterinary technician internship at CARE is a one-year rotating internship. This is very similar to the internship program that a veterinarian might do after they graduate from vet school if they want to continue their education. And so you will get direct supervision by mentors so that you're learning, but you're also getting a lot of hands-on experience. And having those two things together is key to your growth and education and becoming a really fantastic technician. One other key component to our internship program is rounds. And so every week you have round, an hour where someone is going to sit down with you and just teach you about something. It might be medical math, it might be anesthesia, you might be sitting down with me for an hour so that we can learn about ECGs. Those rounds are so refreshing and such a lovely way to bring yourself up to speed on something and then go out on the floor and practice it. And we find that balance to be key to everybody's both happiness and to their education. So what do you need to do to apply? So eligible candidates would be from a graduate of an AVMA accredited veterinary technology program. Experienced technicians can also apply if they're interested. We are already accepting interns, and we're going to take 8 this year. It is a paid internship, which is important. We know that you have bills to pay and that you've got to eat, and we wanted you to feel supported while you're continuing to learn. We will pay half of your medical insurance and half of your dental. There is a voluntary vision policy if you want it. And then EAP is free, and we do provide some life insurance. So we really try to take care of you with benefits. We have a 401k with a match and give you a little scrub allowance, and CE. So if you wanted to buy CE money, so if you wanted to buy some books or attend a conference, you would have a little allotment for that. So the internship is a year long, and then you go through month-long rotations in surgery, internal medicine, neurology, cardiology, ICU, and emergency. And you can see Heather here. She had a very good time on her internship, so we don't think the schedule is that bad. You also have 3 elective rotations if you would like, and you can go to oncology, ophthalmology. We have a relationship with a rehab center. We've had some people rotate through large animal. A lot of people like to try to find an exotics rotation, dentistry, or there's a feline clinic, the cats only clinic in town that does a great job, and we've had people go there too and really enjoy it. So you get a variety of different shifts, and some of it will be overnights and weekends and holidays. It does require a lot of flexibility, but it also gives you an enormous amount of experience and an enormous amount of opportunity to learn different things. So why come to Charlotte? I think it's sort of fun, the idea of moving to a city and you don't have to commit, it's only for a year and you get to learn about it. I did my internship in New York City, and that was a really amazing experience. So I hope you'll consider the same for Charlotte. Charlotte has a very exciting restaurant scene and craft beer scene. I have been very, very happy with how the restaurants have taken off in Charlotte because I love to eat. We also have really fun outdoor stuff. The National Whitewater Center is here, parks and lakes and kayaking and hiking. We have sports. We have, professional football, professional basketball. Who knows what that looks like this year, but they're still in town. And then arts, Broadway plays come and travel through. There are some really fantastic old neighborhoods, but also some new and growing neighborhoods. And our location within Charlotte is very central, so you're not out sort of in the middle of nowhere. Downtown is 10 miles away, and so you really have the opportunity to experience Charlotte and all it has to offer. Why would you apply? Well, the old saying is that a 1-year internship gives you 5 years of experience. And obviously there's no way to measure that, but that's our goal, is to give you as much experience in that 1 year as possible. And you can talk to some of our interns. You can see our graduating class here this year. It's shocking how much more they know at the end of the year. This internship sets you apart, and when people are looking at your resume, they're going to say, oh my gosh, like they got all this experience in a place with veterinary specialists, and that really pushes you above everybody else. You get to experience all the different specialties, so maybe you would choose to even stay in specialty medicine. And you get to work under board certified specialists, so you're getting the absolute best education possible. We also are a very friendly place with a great facility and lots of different equipment, so I think that we really offer a lot to our interns. And oh, by the way, Charlotte is actually a really fun place to live. So thinking about people who've been through our internship, universally, our interns love that they were here and love the experience they got. So Julianne is now currently working as a surgery tech. She wanted to move to California, back to be with her family. But having done the internship, it was very, very easy for her to just walk into a specialty hospital and say, hey guys, I can do this. So she was able to get started right out of the box. She says here, seize this opportunity for your career and your growth. It's going to tell you what top level veterinary care looks like. We've also had people go back to general practice, but they're so experienced that it's very, very easy for them to jump into that practice and really make a difference. You can see Heather, she was pictured here earlier. She is now the lead oncology technician at the Veterinary Specialty Hospital for the Carolinas. Again, she wanted to move back and be close to home, but she was able to walk into a specialty clinic and say, hey guys, I got this. She enjoyed it so much, she's now going to pursue her veterinary technician specialty in oncology, and we're so proud of her. She did a great job when she was here. Christina stayed with us, and she's now our lead neurology technician. Again, she got that experience of being able to work here and get to know everybody and see if it was a good fit for her, and we had a position she wanted, and then voila, she stayed, and she's done a great job for us. It's interesting because Christina had not worked in a veterinary clinic before, so she came here to gain experience that she might have gotten working as a kennel assistant, and she just blossomed. She has really done a wonderful job for us. This is Heather, and she's worked for us for some time and is now wanting to move on and pursue a specialty in physical therapy. She had worked here before, then went to technician school, and then came back because she enjoyed being here with us so much. And now we're proud of her. She's going to grow and do something even more. So, how you can get to learn to know more about us is that you could go to our website, carecharlotte.com. You can also follow us on Facebook. We have a blog where we talk about different diseases and stuff every month. You can watch our video, that's also available, and you can apply for our internship, which is great. Please don't hesitate to pass this video along to any friends that you think might be interested. You can also like this video on YouTube. We would appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for taking the time with us. I really appreciate it. Don't hesitate to contact us if you need absolutely anything. Oh, these are more of our staff. We have a lot of people that work here at CARE. This is Lane. She's our internship coordinator. If you had any questions about the internship or you want to get, sort of submit your application or talk to her, don't hesitate to call her. She's really, really wonderful, and she is the brains and the fire behind the whole internship, and she makes it happen. She's wonderful. Thank you so much for your time. Don't hesitate to let us know if you need anything.